Good afternoon, Houston. I'm KHA11 meteorologist Kim Castro. Yes, we're talking all things Arthur, our first tropical storm of the 2026 Atlantic hurricane season, and it formed right along our coastline, and it remains there for the remainder of the day into the evening hours. Right now, as of the latest advisory, which was just released a few minutes ago, it still has 45-mile-an-hour winds. Gusts are at 60, and it's moving northeast at 9 miles an hour. So still a pretty slow jog. It's expected to make a landfall along our upper Texas coastline somewhere near Galveston Bay, and then it moves on as a remnant low towards Louisiana. It spat out quite a bit of moisture for us earlier today. From midnight through about 8 o'clock this morning, we saw big sheets of rain moving in from the coastline to the heart of the city, and it dropped down 8 to 9 inches of rainfall for a couple of these areas in just a 12-hour span. So we are very happy to see that at this point it is mostly offshore. We have virtually no rain to show you on radar, with the exception of a couple of isolated showers near El Campo. There are a couple of showers moving in from Matagorda to Brazoria, but that is about it. If I give you a close-up view of the loop, the Beltway, things are looking very nice. I'd say, all things considered, we lucked out quite a bit with this tropical storm being so close by. Now, on the coastline, we're going to continue to track these tropical impacts, gusts at 60 or slightly higher throughout the next couple of hours. There's still a flood threat. This is mainly going to be from elevated surf, so those waves piling on top of each other because of the wind could lead to some coastal flooding. Inland, we just have a light breeze. The rains come to an end, and we're talking about the heat. This is really going to intensify by tomorrow because we've got all this moisture hanging out there, and eventually that is going to start to evaporate and hang out throughout our afternoons, giving us a pretty high heat index value. Current wind speed sustained 25 miles an hour for the island, closer to 20 for Pearland, for Hobby, right at 20 for Angleton. These are sustained winds. Gusts, though, have been at around 60 miles an hour for the coastline. Closer to the city center, we've seen a couple of gusts at 25 to 30, but most of the afternoon will feature lighter winds. Like I said, 10 to 15, that's pretty manageable. Now here's a shot at the bay, courtesy of our saltwater recon camera. I want to show you this vantage point because this is typically the calm side. And well, you can see the waves are pretty choppy. The winds are still kicking southeast at 25 miles an hour. Temperatures right now are pretty warm. So 84 for the island. It feels like 92 outside of the wind. It's really sunny and seemingly pretty day. It's hard to imagine that there is a tropical system just a couple 100 miles offshore. You'll notice the tropical storm watch that we previously had has now been upgraded into a tropical storm warning. So what this means is that from Brazoria, Galveston to Chambers County, we will be tracking the potential of these gusty winds and some coastal flooding throughout the duration of Arthur's gliding along the upper Texas coastline. Eventually, by this evening, it pushes to Louisiana, and you'll notice that's where it takes the bulk of the energy. Talking about the wind, the rain, and the increased threats for tropical storm impacts. It will continue through a number of states east of us, and that's where the majority of the rain is going to accumulate. I think for us, we're done. I wouldn't be surprised if most of us see no rain at all, but a couple of us could see a few wraparound showers, so I'll give us maybe about a half an inch potential for today. Closer to the coastline, maybe we pick up just a little bit more, up to about an inch, and then we're talking about a half a foot up to a foot of rainfall for the spots that still have to await Arthur's arrival. Radar right now showing us, like I said, the energy offshore, but there is a little bit of spin with this. Of course, this is a counterclockwise system. This low pressure system is going to give us a little bit of spin in the atmosphere. So we have been flagged with a minimal threat, but I'll still show this to you, for an isolated tornado. This is going to be for the easternmost edge of Liberty and Chambers County. And again, that's just because of the spin and the exit of Arthur. I don't suspect we'll see anything from it, but I will be watching radar, and I will turn on our features like the velocity tracker to see if there's any signatures of a little rotation in the atmosphere. Then I'll give you a warning about it if we see anything pop up. Otherwise, inland, I mean, things are business as usual. You'll notice people are filtering in to FanFest, watching the match. Portugal, a big one for us today. And I'm so glad to see that the weather shaped up for it. 86 degrees, so we have recovered quite a bit temperature-wise now that the rain has quieted down, up by 10 degrees compared to this time yesterday. And yes, there is a soupy atmosphere in place, very tropical feel out there, so it's already feeling like 97 degrees. The breeze, you'll feel it too. It's at 16 miles an hour, but that's nothing that's going to cause you any issues. Notice hour by hour forecast for today. We've got a mixture of sun and clouds. You are going to see those temperatures push up near 90 degrees for today, and those heat index values are going to be closer to the triple digits. So we remain under a weather impact alert. We're going to keep this through the duration of Tropical Storm Arthur. Like I said, most of the rain at this point already happened for the early part of the day. However, we'll still track the threat of gusty wind and some coastal flooding because Arthur's still pushing out of here, and so there are still tropical storm warnings that are active for Galveston, for Chambers, even for Matagorda and Brazoria. Then look at the rest of the 7-day forecast. I mean, we are finally going to quiet things down, and I think we deserve it. We have been really active the last couple of days, and now the rain chances drop off 20 to 30% through Friday. I think Saturday afternoon we could squeeze out a couple of isolated thunderstorms, so maybe some quick downpours then. Sunday, that's Father's Day, no rain whatsoever, so if you do want to get outside and spend some quality time with Dad, you should not have any issues with that. I just want to caution you to remember to stay hydrated. I think we really pivoted the last couple of days to talking about flood concerns, and now we're going to be talking about dangerous heat as we go into the weekend and into the start of next week. As the World Cup continues, there's going to be lots of activities outside, and I just don't want that to fall to the wayside. So keep hydrated all the way through Monday. Then we'll talk about an isolated shower chance starting on Tuesday of the following week. All right, we are still giving you hourly updates. So the next one will be at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We will have any progression of Tropical Storm Arthur right at your fingertips. You can catch these streams every hour, or you can check our website, khou.com. You can check our social media pages. If we see any developments, you will be the first ones to know about it.